Greetings folks, welcome back to the TheTractorfella channel, where we don't do a whole lot with tractors. On today's episode, we're going to go explore our new project, or what I hope will be our new project. A couple of you fine folks out there have asked if I could make some type of, not so much a race mower, but maybe a faster one. And this beauty, I think, is our candidate, the Wheel Horse 252H. Why do I want to use this specimen? Well, because I like it. She's a beauty. She has big rear tires, a seat that's not shredded to pieces, and frankly, it's my only option. Yes, it is a hydrostat, so we're gonna see how that plays into things. It may go well, or it may end in catastrophe. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. And why is the Massey running in the background? Well, because I'm currently filming the previous episode while simultaneously trying to get content out for this episode. To push tractor, push bypass lever down and latch. Do not tow. Transmission damage may result. Release lever before starting engine. Okay. So I know this works to disengage, but then when we first got it, it was stuck in the disengaged position. Oh, that is cold and stiff. Oh my goodness. Holy smokes, it left a dent in my hand. We're supposedly disengaged. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. You may be wondering why I don't put this thing back into mowing service. Well, first of all, that's a big patch of JB Weld. And second of all, the PTO for this mower is in my garage where the wires are cut. So it was taken out of commission and just kind of used as a tow pig. Okay, let's get this out of the way. This is where I got attacked by ants last time. Thankfully it's cold enough, they're probably a bit dormant right now, or at least extremely lazy. Something the ants and I share in common. Brake. Off. Will it roll? It will. Oh, what a great day. And the tires have air in them. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry about your toe. Hope you guys bundled up today. Probably should have let you know the weather was going to be a little chilly before we started. Oh boy. I think the trans is a little cold. It's helping me warm up. It's not a bad thing. I'll see you guys in the garage. And we're back. Many days later. I guess we should probably see if it runs, right? Because it's been sitting for probably close to 4 or 5 years. Okay, well, let's go for it. So I just replaced batteries for our electric gates. We have gates and a fence across the front of the house. Keeps the dogs safe, keeps the kids safe on our busy rural road. And I replaced the batteries on them. Long story short, they're 5 years old, but I put them on a charger and they still seem to hold a pretty good charge. So hopefully we can use one of these. Also, I was not a good mower daddy, and I didn't put the oil pressure switch back on to this mower when we stole it to cook the ham last year at Christmas when we lost our power. So let's go ahead and put this back first, because I have a feeling it's kind of important to have it in there. In you go, little guy. Whoop! You're kind of an important part of this whole plug the hole type thing here. Not going to go too wild on tightness here, because I believe it's tapered, and I don't want to crack that filter housing. That would not be a good thing. This one does not have a hood wire on it, like the previous one. I believe I actually bought a new air filter for this thing. And it's gone. Uh-oh, I see nesting material. Of course, why wouldn't there be? It's a machine. Guess we could do a really quick overview, since we're just kind of diving into it. As I said before, Wheel Horse 252H. This has a Kawasaki FB460V. Full pressure lubrication, cast iron cylinder liner, reciprocating balancer, electronic ignition, reciprocating balancer. I wonder if that's like the Briggs we took apart when it had that gigantic mass that was going back and forth. We have a fuel pump. We have a bulbous muffler. We have 4 tires that actually hold air. We have 2 headlights that I do not believe work at this time. Starter motor is extremely obnoxious on this application. Well, isn't that handy? Before starting, fill crankcase with oil. Use class SDSESECCSF. Interesting. Below 32 Fahrenheit, 5W20, that's not going to happen. Above 32 Fahrenheit, SAE 30 weight. So we're going to be doing probably 530. Convenient drain apparatus. Wire nuts. I must have worked on this before. Oil pressure light. Headlight switch. PTO switch. Lift arm is missing. Voltmeter. Ignition. And throttle. As I said before, this is a hydrostatic transmission. I saw Chud had done a oversized pulley on a hydrostat on his channel, and it didn't explode for him, so maybe we'll get lucky. Oh, what do you know? More nesting material. Oh, hey, check that out. You can service the hydrostat. Oh my goodness. We have a fuel cap with no glass on top. Oh boy, that's probably not going to be a good thing. However, it is empty. Sniff check. Not bad. Not bad. A slight hint of varathane, but overall I think we're going to be okay. Something seats or taller red AV coil lifter lack for proper witch actuation. Okay, makes total sense to me. Let's see down here. Oh no. It's my nemesis. I bet that's where all the fuel went. Right out of this thing. Oh man, it's got that stinking grommet on there too. Okay, I see an Amazon purchase in my future. I'm thinking that battery needs to go in now. Actually, we were going to check this first. Oh, dual element. That's, I'm thinking that's like original. It's all sorts of cracked and falling apart. Like I said, I think I bought one for this. And it may be on my shelf. Yes, I did. I bought it from Oregon. Ah, here's our dual element setup that it talked about on the cover. Oh, look at that. That is nice. That is very, very nice. Yeah, it's even made of metal. How cool is that? All right, bye-bye, old guy. Thank you for your service. You are dismissed. This should help seal out a little bit of debris. Although, maybe we leave that off so we can shoot ether at it. I have changed my mind. I've decided we're going to be nice. And we're going to give her a good once-over before we just start cranking it. Because if I were sitting idle for many years, I don't think I'd want somebody just trying to wake me up abruptly without first taking care of me. Oh my, that is one carbonated plug. Yikes. Is that oil? Looks like oil. Kind of smells like oil. I mean, that's not bad if the cylinder's full of oil. The engine self-preserved itself. We have a Champion J19LM. I can't tell what I'm looking at. I don't think I can see the piston, but we're just going to go in there. And we're going to turn the corner and go, whap! Hey! Let's do a quick rotation check. Oh, yeah. No idea if I'm spinning this the correct direction or not, but we know we have a good rotating engine. It appears we also have a slight hiccup with whatever cable this is. What color? Where do you go? Go to the post on the starter. So you are the hot cable. Yeah, that's sort of missing its end. Put the negative over there, the positive right here. And I don't have any hardware. So we're going to do the right thing and not find any right now, because we're in the preliminary stages of engine checkout. There's definitely no extra mass hanging off of this battery. Okay, that should be it, right? Let me go get the key and we'll find out. This mower originally belonged to my father-in-law, who is no longer with us, and that's why it's in my possession. And we nicknamed it Cherry Bombs. However, I have a new name in mind, which I will reveal at a later date. Stay tuned for that thoroughly exciting reveal. Think we're gonna get a red light for the oil switch? Come on, red light. Oh, don't want to jinx it yet. All right, let's get some parking brake action, which I'm pretty sure that brake is doing absolutely nothing. It feels like it's actuating air. Okay, and go. Oh, what a great day. We have compression. I'm going to say at least 115 to 125 based on the fingerometer. Yes. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to see if it's going to fire. Once we're done firing it, then we're going to begin disassembly because I saw debris coming out of the front here and there's debris up in here. But I just want to see if it's going to run because fun stuff. I question whether or not this plug is even going to fire, but we'll find out. We're going straight for the throat spray. Today's throat spray, gum out for extreme cold Can you read it yet? Way to go, camera. Anyway, I'm done. My cute little intro is ruined. Continue on about our business. It smells like ether in here. Okay, a little throttle and go. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Did you see the plume? Too bad it's not mosquito season. We'd be set. Holy smokes. Literally. Actually, that doesn't work. You can't have holy smoke. Whatever. Oh, man. That is thick. Okay. I put some fuel in the fuel tank. I turned on the... What is it called? Why does my brain do that? I turned on the fuel shutoff. I unshut off the fuel shutoff. So we're going to check and see if the hydrocarbon distribution center is going to properly distribute hydrocarbons. All right, choke. Does the choke actually... It does. The choke does choke things. Here we go. I remember having to choke this for a very long time when it sat. Oh, geez, it even idles? Kind of. Oh, yeah, it idles. Well, I'm impressed. Like I said, this thing's been idle. Get it? Idle. This thing's been idle for 4 or 5 years, probably. Oh, what a great machine. And what a great day. All right. There we go. Okay, I'm going to step out of here and let the smoke settle on everything, and we'll be back when I can breathe. Probably can't see it too well, but smoke is rolling out of the garage. Nothing like the smell of burnt dinosaur bones in the air. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty good right now. We've eliminated quite a few stones with one bird. Battery is good. Hydrocarbon distribution center is, in fact, distributing hydrocarbons. We have spark. We have fuel pump. We have a fuel tank that isn't complete trash. And we have a running engine with oil pressure because the oil pressure light went out. And in fact, I'm really glad that light is there because in all of my wisdom and years of experience that I don't have, I didn't check the oil first. Yeah, and unsubscribe. Anyway, now we need to tear into this monster and we need to get all the debris out of there because we don't want an overheated beast. Okay, hopefully this doesn't require me to... Yeah, I'm going to have to remove some other things. That's disappointing. Oh well, let's start with this cover first. 10 mil, perhaps? I can guarantee this engine setup is metric for a couple reasons. First reason, this engine is made by Kawasaki. That's Japanese. That's metric. The second reason... Whoa! Low bridge. Large ass. And the second reason, the temperatures on the side of the engine are in Celsius primarily, and Fahrenheit in parentheses, secondary. Therefore, that's definitely not a 10 millimeter. My socket vision is not working today. 8 for the win. Magnetic tray. There you are. Speaking of oil, let's give it a quick check out. Oh, there's tons in there. Yeah. I mean, it's close to the ad mark, but... And that oil is really clean. I'm very surprised. And it's gone. Good news. They're all the same size. Collar, shroud, whatever you want to call it. And now we need some screw heads. Finger protector is gone. I don't think I have to worry about indexing that. That actually may not be nest material. That might just be grass. Wishful thinking, right? No, I think that really is just grass. No, it's not. I'll figure it out eventually. I almost blew on that with no air filter. That would have been smart. These are really nice. Oh. Huh. It's box truck day today. Anyway, as I was saying, this filter is not the right size. Great. That's not at all what I was saying. Are you serious? Yep, that's definitely too big. Well, here's the good news. It's still going to seal to the top and the bottom. Yeah, the filter itself is too big. We've got these big metal flanges on the top and the bottom that stick out too far. But that's okay. We will we'll classify this as the lid flip that you would see on perhaps a Chevy 350. That's all we're doing. We're just getting a lid flip. If this doesn't engage, I'm going to be extremely disappointed. I'm extremely disappointed. Well, that's a bummer. I bought this filter probably 3 years ago. And it's not going to work. Unless I can remove... Oh! Do you know what these are? These are the top and bottom pieces of that air filter. They solidified into the case. Check it out. That's how the filter originally came. The seal on the top and bottom is so old and compressed, it's turned into cork. That's magnificent. Okay, well, hopefully the new one will fit now. That's funny right there. I don't care who you are. Better, closer, warmer. That's it. Hold on. OCD. There we go. That's it. Now that that's on there, could use an air compressor, but that would be too smart. Actually, oh, my gourd. I don't think we need to take the cover off because it looks pretty good. Okay, we're taking it off. Let's not lose that. And it's lost. I think we are going to switch to a 10 mil now. Emitter. Emitter. Probably a good idea to take it off. Well, we don't have to worry about the heat shield, I guess. Because it's completely broken. And so is that piece of plastic that used to be there. carburetor side. No, that was already on its way out. I will not take full responsibility for that. Just 75%. You think those are going to come out? I'm a little hesitant. That doesn't feel great. That feels great. Obviously, exhaust flows over this bolt. Sometimes you just send it and hope you get lucky. Threads look great. What did I forget? Oh, nope, got one on the front. Aha! There we have it. The engine is now demuffled. I don't think it's going to be that bad. It's not. It's not bad at all. That actually is really clean. Look at that fin design. That is cool. All right, come look. How cool is that? Get some waves in there, little angles and shortcuts and side swipes. I'm just talking to myself at this point. Yeah, we didn't really need to remove the cover. There's just little bits of stuff back there. Actually, you can be my eyes. How do we look? Just a few leaves. Pretty cool cylinder head, though. This is the only Kawasaki of this vintage and type that I've ever played with. Oh! Thank goodness for magnet tray. Never said I was a smart guy, but thank goodness for the magnet tray. Okay, anyway. I'm going to throw this stuff back together, and I'll see you in a sec. Just keeping you in the loop here. I'm going to go ahead and chase that hole right there, because you can see there is some damage to the threads, even though the bolt might look okay. That one looks fine. Yeah, that one came out okay, that one came out shiny. So, yep, I'm going to go ahead and chase it down really quick. Chase it down. I'm going to go ahead and chase it. Well, whatever. Do a little blast from the past here. That's too much. There we go. That feels better. All right. Let's get some anti-sleaze. Hopefully I don't ever have to take these out again, but just in case. Copper-based or nickel-based? What is this? Is this copper-based? I don't know. It's orange. The other stuff I think is nickel-based. I could be wrong. I know. It's hard to believe, but I have been wrong before. And yes, I am just letting that flop on there for now. We'll determine later if it actually does anything. We might just rip it off. And in case anyone cares, 14 millimeter there and 12 on the front. And rest of the reassembly, go. And we're back. It's after Christmas. It's been a while. Turns out my honey-do list has grown. So why don't we see if this thing moves, because I would like to do some toe pig action with it today. Well, that plan changed due to a quick alteration in the honey-do list. I no longer have any light outside, and the headlights on this don't work, so let's address that problem. Also, forgot this doesn't actually re-engage the transmission. There's a disconnect somewhere. Let's check out my latest shop mod. Oh, yeah, that's good for it. So check out my latest modification to the shop. You remember when we pulled up the hay elevator into the second floor of the barn? Yeah, well, we're just reusing that concept here. And it's going to be very handy for lifting things up without a hoist and safely going underneath. Let's demonstrate. And here we are into the little shop of horrors. Let's get this thing in the air. This will either go very well or very poorly. I'm going to go with mediocrity. think that's a new word. I'm gonna have to patent it. Yeah, that could be the other issue. Yeah, there's no torsion bar on the front on a lawn tractor. Well, let's see how much play we have. Will it roll? Ha! It didn't roll. What a great day. It's not sketchy. It's perfection. In reality, though, look at the flex on that thing. I mean, we'll call it flex. It doesn't actually have flex. It just has roll. Come on. Roll with me. Whoa. Maybe this wasn't the best idea. It was a good idea. Sweet. We're stabilized. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the first issue, which is the drive disengage does not re-engage. Join me. Let us go. I smell a plethora of gas down here. What is that little guy? Is it the steering? It is the steering. No wonder it's so loose. Anyway, as I was saying, this thing is cool. It's got a vertical shaft to a horizontal drive. And, oh boy, there's a little bit of leakage going on there. But our problem here, this is our disengage lever for the transmission. And that's disengage. Oh, it works now. Wait a minute, we're good. Oh, so I believe this little nut is supposed to be engaged into that hole. Oh, wow, that's awesome. It works. Because what happened before, when we got this, that was stuck in, and it would not come back out. Spiderweb, hello. So I guess we're in good shape. Oh, is that our fuel leak? That fuel line is very moist. I don't know. I don't know at all. That's bent. I don't feel like that should be bent. Here's our brake. That does absolutely nothing. Upside down, when you look at it, there's nothing there. Oh wait, or is it just too loose and it's not actuating the pad? I don't know, we'll have to look at that another day when I'm not upside down. And then we have hydro. Okay. Reverse. Forward. I think we should bend that linkage back straight, don't you? What do you know? Typical frickin' transmission slop everywhere. Wow, look at that. That was actually me. Yeah, I'll take responsibility for that. Let's see what we can do here. I'm actually starting to wonder if this is a bad idea, because I don't want to snap that hind joint. I believe they call it a hind joint. Yeah, this is looking a little bit sketchy. Okay, I think, yep, that's all we're doing. It's pretty straight now. Looks nice. I'm curious if that's going to alter our neutral position. Also, I put some grease on this little guy, just because it seemed like the appropriate thing to do. What is this? Oh, that's our mower height adjustment, which I just realized has been sawed off. So the Sawzall went to work there. There's not much we're going to do about that. I'd like to diagnose the lighting circuit next. You know what? We're going to try something. Wood blocks. One there, one here. Let's see if that stabilizes our sketchy situation. Indeed it does. Wow. Little brain work. And we're ready to go. And I just realized you couldn't see a dang thing I just did with those wood blocks. Basically, I took one, put it in between the axle beam and the frame, and did the same on the other side. It was magical. Okay, well, let's do a cold start. Hit the headlight switch and see if anything happens. I believe it will not. And by cold start, I mean it's like 50 degrees out. It's not cold at all. Battery cable situation has been professionally addressed. Oil light, check. Choke, and go. Nay, we do not have okay, we got a bubbler. Anyway, no, we don't have any headlights. And if we're going to do anything tonight, like have some fun, we need to figure out why. So let's bench check the bulbs and see if they actually work. This looks rather interesting. We have supposedly a feed coming into here, feeding over to here. Got some pinched wires coming to here and over to here. Okay, I mean, maybe it worked at one time. I don't know. Got ourselves a 12-volt battery. You know what? Let's bring in all the mustard for this one. Smash that side. And smash that side in there. And we should have... oh yeah, we have some hot action going on. Do we get a light? No, we don't. We don't get a light at all. How about this side? Nope. If I had to guess, and that's just me guessing, and both of those bulbs are junk. We'll do a quick verify with the LED that managed to survive a brush hog. No. Did I hook it up backward? I wouldn't think so. Oh, look at me, I did. Okay, that shouldn't matter with an incandescent bulb. Oh man, that is extraordinarily disappointing. Well, let's start by plucking the bulbs out of here. Goodness gracious. Oh, that solder joint just broke. Okay, there's one, and there's two. Alrighty, so, bulb number one. It's a bit on the Dirte side. I don't understand quite what's happening with this power and ground situation. Why are they so close together? This one of the conductors fell off, left a nice soldered joint on there. But these were not facing each other like these were. Do we still have power? Yes, we do. In an incandescent, it really shouldn't matter which side is which side. Holy cow, I'm going to melt my wires. I think these are just straight up burnt out. It smells like ozone in here. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I wish I could see what kind of filament was behind there. No, there goes that one. This one's cracked right there. So that could be part of the problem. But yeah, I can't see what kind of filament's going on in there. Oh, yeah, you can kind of see the wire back there. Or lack thereof. Made in USA. Don't see that too often. GE 441. Alright, well, time to come up with a new lighting situation. Hey, look what I found. Oh, that's enough of that. These are the same bulbs that we used on the Sassy Massey. We might be able to find a way to fit them into the hood. Let's go take a look. Can we get them to exist on here? I think we can. I just got to figure out how to mount it. I don't think this is supposed to be squished like that. That doesn't help anything. Something like that, maybe. Or perhaps like that. It would definitely be an upgrade. Let's see if we can straighten this out first. Yeah, it's a little better, but not. Does anyone else think this setup is terrible? You have round bulbs way back here, and then you have the opening for the light to come out here, but it just seems inefficient from a lighting standpoint. Welcome back, folks. It's a new and grantastic day. So I got a little frustrated last time and decided I was just going to remove the hood. I'm not sure I really like the way that looks. I got it mocked up with a scrap piece of metal I had laying around. It's not in there tight by any means. It would potentially function, but I scooped up something that I'm hoping will work a little better for us. And here it is. Headlight LED light bar, the cheapest one I could find on the Rainforest website. Let's take a look at this. This is a single light versus the duals. Thank you for choosing Headlight. It's a night light. Looks like the same basic concept. Okay. So I'm thinking we're going to go ahead and just insert and secure. I'm going to poke around for a bit, see what I can figure out. Got our buddy Mr. Heater over there going. It was -2 Fahrenheit the other day. Today it's 22-ish, but anything below like 50 and my hands become useless. Just completely useless. It's extremely frustrating. We're a little tight in there. There we go. Okay. I definitely like the fit better. If we can bend this guy out a little better, a little closer. I think with some adjustments, and maybe I will end up cutting this out. I'm going to play with it a little bit. Just give it a pinch and a tickle in the right spots, and we'll see if we can get it nicely in the place that we're hoping for. Yes. All right. Oh, well that's better. Ooh, trying to light my pants on fire. That's better. I mean, granted, it's still not pretty, but I think I have enough curvature. Maybe we can try it again. All right, we're just mocked into place. What do you think? I like it. I like it a lot better than the two individual bulbs. The gaps are pretty much all closed up. What do you say we rig up some 12 volts and see how it looks? I should probably get the plastic off there. This is just a mockery for the time being until I can get those mounting brackets secured, which I think is going to work with some of the factory hardware. So I'm pretty darn excited about that. Wire nuts. Speaking of wire nuts, some of you will be very proud of me. I grabbed a large assortment for extremely cheap of shrink wrap butt connectors and all other kinds of connectors. I'm pretty excited to try them out. This speaker wire should be perfect. And no, I'm not going to permanently wire it with speaker wire. Well, actually that's not true. I might use the speaker wire. I don't know. The world is our oyster. I don't know if that statement really applies to this current situation, but it sounds kind of good, right? Right. Are you ready? I'm ready. Oh! Okay. Standing in the way of the light may not have been the smartest. Oh! The smartest thing. Holy smokes. Wow, I can't look at that at all. It hurts my eyes. Oh, wow. I think we have enough light. Just throwing that out there. Oh, I gotta turn that off. I leave it to you folks. Do we leave the bikini strap or do we cut it out? Okay, well, I'll think about it. In the meantime, let's see if we can make this secure. Well, here we are. I've fabricated up this highly sophisticated light fortifying device. I'm actually going to leave it like this. Welcome back, folks. It's a new and chilly day outside. I am going to try to beat on it a little bit more and see if I can get what I want without throwing a tantrum. And if not, then we're gonna go ahead and just chop it out. All right. So the biggest heartburn I had about this whole thing was that the light with the hood nice and level. If I can find a way to hold this up here. There we go. Sort of. Stick. Come on now. This little bikini strap here was not allowing the light to be level. So when you put it on the tractor, it would kind of point at the sky. And I don't want a light that's looking up at the trees. So long story short, I actually beat on the face here, which flattened the face out, but it also brought this bikini strap backward. I have no idea if you can see anything that I'm talking about right now. You did. What a great day. My heartburn is now gone. My figurative heartburn, not literal. And I like the positioning of the light. It is pretty much spot on, straight up and down, if not a little bit pointing at the ground, which is perfect. So now I have devised a super secret plan to anchor this light in place. So here's what we're going to do. And you may laugh, and that's okay. You're allowed to. Self-tappers. No, I'm not going to self-tap the back of the light. However, what I am going to do is I'm going to use this self-tapper. I'm going to break the tip off. And I'm going to use this to screw into the back of the light, which will draw this metal out and keep the light under tension. Then we're going to get another self-tapper. We're going to drill through, since we don't already have a hole. Once the hole is through the metal, we're going to break the tip off. Then we're going to screw that also, pushing on the back of the light. So not only will it anchor the light in place, but it will give me some adjustability. I'll be able to, back the screws out, tilt the light a little bit if for some reason I decide I need to, which the odds of that happening are well, let's face it, they're zero. So that's just what I'm doing to justify what I'm doing here, make me feel better about my choices. So anyway, let's get to work, huh? I'm kind of excited about this. I want this to be right in between a couple of those cooling fins. There it is. Now we're going to head to the vise and we're going to break those tips off. If it's not clear as to why I'm breaking the tips off, it's because I don't actually want these to thread into the back of the light. I want them to push on the back of the light, acting as an anchor. Found the best way to break the tips off these things. Clamp them in a vise and actually break them. Don't cut it. There's one. Hopefully that's long enough. Oh yeah, we're good. There we go. We are 2 for 2, and I've lost, nope, there it is. Sorry if it's a little bleached out, just trying to get you the best view possible. We'll thread that guy in there. That hole might be a little too big. That was an existing hole for a ground. And we'll try to thread this guy into here, see if it wants to go back to its home. Get in there. Nope. I'm going to have to round the threads just a little bit. Okay, thread rounding is complete. See how it's pushing the metal out? That force is what's going to be holding our light in place. Nope. Hole's too big. Bummer. Oh, that baby's in there. There's a hole that I made up here. We can try that. Commence tip rounding. Tip rounding is complete. Oh man, that baby is in there. Yes! You gotta celebrate the little things, folks. You didn't know you were gonna be watching an hour-long episode of some meatball trying to put lights on a hood. Did ya? Yeah, that is exactly how I wanted it. Now, will it stay there? It is in there. And I don't think it's coming out. Oh man, I'm excited. So I decided to use a third. I know. It's close to that other hole, and it's not symmetrical, which is probably going to bother me in the future, but you know what? That baby is in there. For now, at least. We'll see how long it lasts. I'm pretty excited, though. All right, let's go look at it on the tractor. All right, there she is. I do like it. And if we check out the angle, it's just a hair pointing downward, which is what I was hoping for. I might massage that a little bit. I took all the curve out of it, and now I'm going to put some curve back into it. I know, I just can't make up my mind. Let's check this thing out when it's lit. Okay, are we ready to be blinded by the light? And go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is cool. All right, so the light starts to shine that's about 2 feet. I have close to I think I have a size 12 shoe on. So yeah, light hits the ground about 2 feet in front, and it has a focal point about halfway up that cabinet, which is awesome. That is, why am I so happy about this? I don't know, but it's great. Ooh, baby, let's let that sun in here. No, wrong way. Oh, come on now. Help me out here. Sun's gonna be gone by the time I knew it. I knew it. How surprisingly not surprising. Guess this is a good test for that speaker wire. It's not hot. That's a bonus. Next order of business. I do want to wire these lights up to run off of the battery directly. I don't want any of this run off the stator. Lights only work when the engine's running stuff. So I'm looking here for the light switch. There it is. Strange. Very strange. It has a series of wires that go into... Oh man. Actually, you know what? We never tested to see if the lights already run off the battery because both of those bulbs were dead. So let's put our battery back on here and see if it already runs off of the battery. All right, meter is ready to go. We have for source voltage 12.51. Let's take our switch, going from one lead to ground, 0 volts. Let's turn on the light switch, 0 volts. Let's turn ignition on. Yes! Heck yeah! So it'll run with the key on. The lights should work with the key on. Let's test that. One speaker wire, cram it on in there. Other wire to ground. Light switch. Oh yeah, baby. YES. This wiring is going to be easier than I thought. You guys ever see these before? These are the ones that you heat up, and supposedly that middle collar melts and shrink wraps them together. I always thought they were a gimmick, but so many people have positive reviews about them that we're going to give it a shot. We are going to use our existing green lights power wire. Don't think I'm going to need this dual connection anymore, so we're going to go ahead and give it the chop. Pull out our favorite stripper and pull this guy back a little bit. There we go. Well, that scared me. My garage door is having a mind of its own, apparently. Yeah, I was afraid of that. One's too big, one's too small. Nope. All right, well, we can try the next size up. There we go. Okay. All right, let's try this gimmick out. Something people said is they were amazed how much heat the shrink wrap could actually take, because it takes so long to get that ring to melt. expected. Yeah, and they're not tight yet. All right, well, let's just keep on roasting it. Woo! Holy cow, this propane bottle is cold. I mean, it looks like it melted the solder. Oh, it is tight. Yeah, it's not pulling apart, that's for sure. Whether or not it's going to be waterproof, that will yet to be decided, depending on how much I melted this or not. Oh well, I mean, that's cool. It may have been secure to begin with, but I was too chicken to pull too hard. Oh well, hey, what do you know? Pretty cool. We'll take our ground. I don't really like that routing of the wire. Why do I always do that? I put it in there a certain way, and I'm like, yeah, that'll be great. And then I actually do it, and I don't like it at all. Oh well. We'll put this guy on here. Give it a pinch. Okay, we're on there. We'll take this guy out. And with any luck, we'll have a functioning light. Although I need to put this little ground wire back on its home. Actually, well, let's just see if it works without that ground. Ignish. And lights. Oh, yeah! Oh, man, what a great day. Okay, just kidding. I couldn't stand it, so I cut it and redid it. Yep, couldn't handle it. Had to reroute it, make it look nice. Let's make sure I didn't screw it up. I wouldn't be surprised if I did. Ignish. Lights. Oh, beautiful. Good evening. Oh my, it's so dark. How shall I ever see in this darkness? Yes, folks. You have just discovered one of the few wonders of this world. Croc lights. Oh yes, it's a real thing. You can dance, do a little shimmy, perhaps the little side celebration. My wife bought these for me for our anniversary, and I'm just realizing how fantastic they are. Shall we stroll this way? Oh look, I can see where I'm going. Are they practical? Honestly, yeah, they are. These are pretty sweet. Oh my goodness. The only kicker is it's like 18 degrees outside, and I definitely trudged through snow to get here and make this amusing clip. So I'm gonna go ahead, wander back inside, change my socks and my shoes, and dry my feet off a little bit. All right, see you in a second. I put these babies over the register, and they warmed up nicely for me. So here they are, Croc lights. They just clip inside the holes in the Crocs, and then you push the lens. So you get, on, flashing, and then SOS. So watch your eyes if you're epileptic. There you go. On. Got a flasher. Oh, and then it's just a slower flasher. Okay. Pretty fun, huh? And they all charge. You unscrew the little bezel around the light, and it exposes a little charging port. They all have built-in batteries. So, it's fun. I mean, why not? So there's one last thing I want to do on this episode. This is the Pateau that came on the tractor. And when I got it, it was still on there. Don't lose that key. It's like gold around here. I don't have any keys. But, yeah, it was just wired to not rotate. Speaking of wires, yeah, not a lot of good sign going on there. What I think would be fun is to try to test this to see if it still actually works. See if we can rig some new wires on there and then just have an open PTO on the tractor for, I don't know, use of some sort. So let's get our battery and a couple leads and touch them to these posts and see if we get any action. So we're gonna go ahead and sacrifice my meter leads. Not really, they should be fine. I'm not gonna pull a whole bunch of amps. Well, actually I have no idea how many amps this thing pulls. However, we'll just touch it and see if we get any action. So right now we're spinning independently. Can we find any good wire in there? I can't tell. Oh, yep, there's conductor right there. Hard to see, but that is conductor. And then there's some conductor sticking up here. So I don't know which side's positive and negative. I don't know if it matters. But here we go. Oh! Really? All right, here we go. We're spinning. Oh, and it's locked. No way. It works. Oh, we have to save it now. If not, for function, for moral compass. Morally, I cannot let this go to waste. Oh man, now we got to figure out how to get some wires and attach them to here when they're below the surface. That could be interesting. So here's what I think happened. I think the mower deck had holes in it. I think she was getting old. She was getting a little tired. And I think this baby broke, and that was the last straw. And just to show you, the switch fingernail, yeah, it still works. So I don't know. Who knows? Could have been a series of events that led this baby to be a tow pig. I think what we need to do now, it's not what I want to do, but it's what I need to do, is we need to go for a ride and test out the headlights. Okay, folks, the situation is dire. The fat pony needs to be fed in his pony jail. It's dark outside, and it's cold. This mower will soon be named the UltiMower. It is a combination of the words ultimate and mower. We must rely on the UltiMower to take us out there. The 37 feet that it takes to get to the barn. Can we make it? Will it run? Will it shine through the darkness? Let's find out. On a serious note, I have a towel separating the two vice grips so that they don't short circuit the battery. And also, when the hood is closed, we don't short circuit to the hood. If it works, great. If it doesn't, we should see a good show, and we'll know quickly. Choke, ignition, lights, and go. Or not. Did I turn the fuel off? I did. That was a terrible idea. It's the ground. I need to ground the hood to the chassis with that wire. No, it's not the ground. What happened? Well, that's extremely disappointing. I don't know what happened. We have lost oil light. We have lost light. Yet for some reason it still cranks. I'm super sad right now. I'm looking for a master fuse. Lost our voltmeter too. We've lost all electrical except for the ability to start the engine. And yes, don't worry, I fed the fat pony already. I don't see how putting a light in, even if the light was slightly higher in wattage, which I don't think it was. I think that light is only a 70 watt light because it's LED. And I'm pretty sure one of those GE bulbs is probably 70 watts by itself. I just want to see what I can't see. Oh, oh. It's okay. It's for the good of the machine. We know we had some continuity because the stinking thing... Are you kidding me? Well, I feel smart. There's 4 Phillips screws right there. Well, folks, this is what happens when you don't have a lot of time and you rush. This tractor has way too much wiring for something of its age. Oh, there it is. There's our fuse. Oh, yep, it's toast. You see that? It's all white. All right, it's time for some investigation. Okay, folks, here we go. The bulb that was in there. A GE4414. Wattage. Oh, geez, 18 watts. Oh, whoops. And here's what I ordered. Headlight, 72 watts. Okay. Well, let's see here. So let's do this. 72 watts, 12 volts, calculate. That gives us 6 amps. What do you want to bet this fuse is 3 or 5? It's 3. Well, that's disappointing. How about 36? Woo, 36. 3 amps. So even then it was on the border. Do you think a 3 amp fuse? I mean, that seems really small for the size of the wiring that's going on here. So the big question, do we run a dedicated wire to the battery for the lights? I guess we're gonna have to. All right, folks, here's the scoop. I don't have any more 3 amp fuses. However, looking at that other fuse, it looked really old. So what I'm doing is using that to justify putting a 5 amp fuse in here. 5 amp fuse is engaged. One thing I did notice is that the light seemed to flicker when I reconnected this ground. Kind of flickered like it needs this hood ground. So we're gonna go ahead and put that back on there. So we're doing 2 things at once, which is what you're not supposed to do in the name of science. You're supposed to only make 1 change at once. But in this case, we only have 1 5 amp fuse, so we are not going to waste it. Positive, no fire yet. Do we have a warning light? Okay, engine oil light is back on. So now we're back to turn the headlights on. Huh, weird. Are they going to start flickering? I don't know. Okay, well, put our protective cloth up here. Close our hood. Okay, folks. Here's the scoop. The horses need water. It's a dire situation. The water is nearly run out. They only have 3/4 and 2 55-gallon tanks. That's not enough to last. It's plenty to last. But we have to go save the day. It's dark and it's cold outside. Do you think we can do it? We know it'll start now, but will it illuminate through the darkness? Only we can find out. And go. And we're glowing. Let's go. I shut the frickin' fuel off again. This thing is super slow. Let's see if we get stuck. Okay, at speed, I'd say we're doing about 3. Seriously, let's see if we get stuck though. I love these big tires. smells like burnt rubber. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I guess it depends on the situation. Okay, time to water the horses. Okay, found our problem. That little guy is not hanging out where he's supposed to be. Right there's a good spot. Guess I hit the brake too hard. Maybe sent it for a ride. Okay, I'm gonna go water the horses. We're gonna finish this video up. The horses are watered. Let's go take a picture for the thumbnail. This thing is turning into an electrical nightmare. Did some good work in the snow. I wonder if this has a limited slip. Let's find out. Say no. Alright, we made it back. It didn't blow the fuse, and I don't smell melting wires. At least not yet. Give it a couple days. What a little sweetheart. Okay. Well, I would say that turned out to be a somewhat successful maiden voyage. I mean, I'm still learning the, yeah. Not entirely sure about the cranking situation. Well, now I can't shut it off. That's, okay, now that is funny. The switch requires a ground through this panel to the chassis to shut the mower off. Okay, well, we're learning all kinds of good stuff with this mower. The UltiMower. It's really not going to be the ultimate mower, but let's roll with it, right? Have a little bit of fun. It's time for me to go say goodnight. So thank you for tuning in, as always, and joining me on this wild lighting and electrical ride. And we'll see you next time. What should we do? Elbow drop? All right, elbow drop.